Hello and welcome to GoaCast, the official podcast of the Goa Fest. This is season 3 and the theme is the age of adaptability. For this conversation, we are joined by Anupriya Acharya, Chief Executive Publicis Groupe, South Asia and former president of 3As of I.
Thank you for having me over. I'm excited about the podcast.
You're finally making your debut. We'll try to make it a good one.
Yes, please.
Let me tell you something interesting that happened. Abby's is the award festival at the Goa Festival, Goa Fest. And I was sitting with someone from your organization, someone who I knew, and I told her, hey, we're doing this podcast. She didn't know you were in our shortlist already. And she said, oh, you should definitely do, Anupriya's interview. And I just curiously asked, like, why?
Why?
And she said, oh, she's cool. She's intelligent. She's nice.
Oh,
I'll tell you who it was
great to
later.
hear.
Probably they need a raise. But that's so incredible. Like
that's
someone
great. I'm
voluntarily.
very happy to hear, and I must say, people are very kind.
Probably that's how you treat them. Let's start with the session that you were just a part of, which was Secrets of Longevity, Adapting Our Lifestyles to Increase Our Health Spans. Where do we start with it? Tell me about the session and how did it go and what were the things that you covered in it? Just a brief idea of it.
Yeah, so we wanted to introduce this topic in Goa Fest because it's an important platform. And I think it is time that we take it up as an industry as a very, it is a very important topic. And just to take 2 steps backward as to why we believe it is important. Through the pandemic, a lot of us realized, we lost a lot of people across the industry, some in our organization as well.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty sad time. And we realized what people were going through with low immunity, with low, and health issues and all of that. And it set us thinking that, we look at all of this only as, a lot of organizations do a lot of work around, say, health insurance, life insurance and all of that. But all of that kicks in when people are already ill.
Things
And
have
things
unfortunately
are
gone
already,
south.
Yeah, exactly. So the whole idea was that if we have to, post the pandemic especially, if we are saying that we want to build resilient organizations and we want to make resilient societies, then it can't be done without resilient people. And so we said, let's have a proactive approach for well-being and health. And because we believe that strong people will build strong organizations, strong societies, strong families and all of that. So our journey started from there, and I thought that Goa Fest is a great platform. So we discussed it and we felt that, we should definitely put this topic up on stage. Also because in our industry, as I was telling on the stage as well, in our industry, people almost celebrate, lack of any structure and that we can work overnight and we can then pitch and then,
We thrive in chaos.
thrive in chaos and being superhumans and all of that. And it does take a toll at some point in time.
Probably that's why you use words like rock stars and ninjas to describe what we do.
Exactly. Now, there's a place and time for everything, and yes, of course, I'm not saying that all of this is useless. Of course, there's something known as a flow when you are in a rolling in a certain flow of thought or activity. You can forget about food and you can forget about sleep and all of that, and that's great because that leads to creativity. But living life on the edge like that is also not great. And what is it that you can do? And then the other thing is, in our industry, we say, there's never any time because our clients are giving deadlines, and because we are in a B2B industry, we didn't control our time and all of that. So that's also all a myth. You can have bite-sized approach to wellness. You can have bite-sized, do smart things rather than, nobody has all the time. Like nobody will invest some 3, 4, 5 hours in health, well-being, right? And
Fair
health.
enough, yeah.
But something that you can do through the whole day. So in your busy lives. So that was the whole concept, and we would like to carry this on in Goa Fest if I was to have my way. And I'm pretty sure at some point in time, more and more people will converge to a better way of living and have a more healthy and longer sort of a better life, the better enhanced quality of life more than a longer life.
That's so important, and enhanced quality of life. Just couple of quick questions.
Sure.
You did mention that organizations need to be resilient, and resilient organizations are built by resilient people. Say, for example, I run an organization which has 25, 30 people. how do I make sure that I can provide them with that environment where, as you said, their stresses, their work timings, all of that is taken care of? And is there anything else that I need to look out for, except for the health insurance, which unfortunately, like, hopefully they don't need to use. But what else can we do in this day and age? I mean, of course, we need to plan for the future, but right now, are there small things that we can do to make which hopefully have a big?
So we had a great speaker, Dr. Marcus. I've been interacting with him. We work with him at an organization level as well, and he talks about biohacks. He's an expert, of course, and he talks about biohacks across, nutrition, around moving, exercise, sleeping, breathing, and you don't have to have like long hours for everything. First and foremost, sleep is very critical. Please ensure that usage of your phones and not be around the blue light in the evening. See how well I'm rattling. I remember all of that. And because sleep is the most important aspect of health. And I can tell you that from experience. I sleep well. In terms of your food habits, you should, there are many things that you can do. But today, for example, he shared a hack which is top of my mind, that if you have vinegar, some sort of vinegar before food or before you're loading yourself with carbs, then that can ensure that you don't have too much of a sugar spike. And I follow this lady called Gluco Goddess on Instagram, and she comes with very cool tips as to not have a sugar spike, even if you're having, say, a dessert or an ice cream and all that. So that's on the nutrition part. On the exercise bit, of course, it's great if you work out on a daily basis for for some time and invest some time on that. But otherwise, also you can do walking meetings, like he said today. One of the meetings you can convert to walking meetings. You can do quick breathing exercise through the day, like it only takes 2 minutes, and so on and so forth. So you don't have to be like a full yogi to be enhancing your well-being.
As you said, probably bite-sized things rather than a marathon run. Anupriya, thank you so much for taking out the time on joining us on GoaCast. We'd love to have you again next year and probably learn more. And all the best with the initiative about making our business more healthier and resilient.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
And that was all for today's conversation. We will be back soon with another episode on the GoaCast from the Goa Fest.